Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Shaq here, just running outside the barn right now. Welcome to the Sunday Survival Series save. This is our current kind of campaign that we've been playing for a while. We can, oh, crap baskets, not really what I was hoping for in the middle of my intro. Where did I put my weapon? Ah, it's 7, there it is. It's been interesting. So the whole point of this Sunday series is to work on, ow, damn it! Is to work on, are we done? Are we good? Are we good? Planet isn't exactly safe. Is to work on a series of mods that kind of turn Space Engineers into this really cool survival and salvage focused game, really with an emphasis on the salvage portion. So I've been testing out mods every week to build up this mod list for you guys. I'm gonna put a whole spotlight on it, but today we're gonna do a little live mod testing. I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I have a reason to use it, which is the Harpoon Mod, so we're gonna give it a go. Now I have a fighter called the Rumblebee that was kind of a failed design, and it managed to crash land. I managed to crash land it. I'll take responsibility for this, into the lake, somewhere in the southeast in that general direction. So we're gonna take up my little catch-all Swiss Army knife ship here, and we're gonna slap a harpoon on it and hopefully grab up the Rumblebee and drag it back to base. Now, the reason this stuff is important and why I'm actually quite excited for using the, let me just jump in here real quick. Why I'm excited to use this is because the way that we're playing, just to give you a brief overview for anybody who's like a Space Engineers veteran, normally you just take a grinder to an item that you wanted to salvage, you'd grind it down, get all of the components back, and then you can build whatever you want out of those components. Nothing is lost, and there's never any reason to have to transport built and completed parts, like a large engine or a thruster or an oxygen generator. You never have to actually keep those whole, you just turn them into their base components, which is a little silly, a little strange. So we were like, well, what if we want to salvage and maintain those components? We want to bring those back. So we're using a series of mods where if we were to grind down, say, this large atmospheric engine, we would lose almost 40% of the base material that it's made out of, and we get nothing but scrap back from it. So with these mods installed, it behooves us to salvage all these components. And so we've got a series of mods that makes that a little easier, welding them together and whatnot. But anyways, let's get into harpooning stuff and see how well this works. So it's supposed to add a harpoon and a rope. It does exactly what you're probably picturing. You shoot the harpoon off, it grabs onto the thing, and then it uses the rope to drag it along with you or to lift it up. So let's attach it onto here somewhere. Now I should already have it on my bar, but all you have to do is look up harpoon, harpoon, there it is, large harpoon. We'll add it to, okay, we'll add it to the first one. Now it doesn't look like it's turreted. No, this doesn't have a turret on it. This is actually, for at least the large, or the small grid ship, which is what this is. I was actually planning on sticking it up under here, like underneath where the batteries are, and then shoot down and pick stuff up, but it looks like I might have to put it to the front. Now, I don't know how well this is gonna work out. It might be better to have it mounted vertically and shoot straight down, maybe put a camera down there so we can see our target. But for now, I'm just gonna mount it right here. We'll mount it to the side of our forklift design. It looks like it's got 2 markers on it. I actually quite like the model. Now, it doesn't go beyond the forklift, right? No. And I just placed it down. I don't have the GM or the God mode on where I can just spawn stuff. I don't have admin mode on. So that was welded by Build and Repair. If you've never used that mod, it just helped me out to repair it, or to build it up with the components we had in the base. The model looks great, but no, there's no survival. This has to be loaded in the back. That's right. I actually have to load this. So what this uses? Oh, this is perfect. I didn't actually notice this, but I did manage to pipe it into the rest of the vessel's cargo container, because you have to put an ammunition type in here. You have to put canvas. This represents, and I was able to put all 10 of them in there. This represents the rope that is, I guess, used to drag stuff around, but interesting. All right, so it's loaded up. Makes me wonder let me pull it back out. On the large grid, this is the base right here. This is actually our storage pit for salvaged components and parts that I'm starting to build up. You can actually see there's an engine down in there. It's got a lot of work to go to. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering, so it looks like if I were to place this down, and again, there's no build states, so you can't tell that that's welded. That, maybe it's not. I thought that would be turreted, but I guess it's not. No, that looks like it's pretty solid there. Interesting. The more you know. I'll help it weld it up just to see if it moves around a bit. It does give you access to its connection point. It looks like just straight through the object, which is kind of interesting. So you can load the canvas into it. But that's what it looks like on the large grid. So it's basically the exact same thing, except for large grid has a mount. But let's jump in and, well, let's go shoot at my old fighter. Well, we should probably try it first before we fly all the way out there. So we'll jump in here. I'm gonna drag the Harpoon on here. I did attempt this earlier and then realized, oh, you gotta have canvas to arm it. It's not under block tools. It is under the main listing though. Harpoon number 3. Let's do fire and attach Harpoon. And then the other 2 options that it has is reel in and reel out. And I have not fired one of these yet, so I have no idea how this is gonna work. What should we fire at? Turn off my lights, I don't really need those. Let's fire this engine right here that there's a killer robot sitting next to. I don't know what the range is either, so this is all gonna be a grand experiment. So, firing Harpoon. Holy crap, that is loud. I will edit that down for you guys, but it looks like we are attached. I'm gonna turn down my game volume. We are attached. I'm gonna see if I can lift off and pick it up. Now I know I can, there it goes, there it goes. Oh, that is cool. Let me get third person so you guys can see it. And it actually swings. Now there was a mod. Oh, no. Okay, we're good, we're fine, we're fine. It looks like the rope itself is just a solid color. Like something drawn out of MS Paint. But it does seem to function, and it doesn't seem to be whipping us around. I wonder if that would change if the weight was heavier. That thing is all over the place here, so we'd probably have to want to wait. Lucas, a while back, did a mod that was like a, I think it was Lucas, that did a tractor beam mod, which was quite cool. That might be another one that we give a go on, but this does seem to function. I am a little worried about the fact that it's whipping all over the place. If we brought in, let's... No, that's going out. We want to go... Are these both reel out, reel in? No, reel in, too. Nah, it's still reeling out, right? It's still getting lower. Yeah, it's definitely getting lower, even though I'm hitting 2. So let me grab it again. It says reel in, though. Reel in. And then the other one should be reel out. All right? No, it's still reeling it out. And if I go the other direction, I think it's reeling it. Nope. It was reeling it out too. So we have no way of... Oh, and we did damage because it just impacted onto the ground. Oh, that's such a bummer. So it doesn't seem to function properly. We have to be able to reel it in, right? Like that's gonna need to be a thing because it'll lower the sway that the item has and actually make it relatively useful, but it doesn't look like that's the case. We'll give it another go. We'll even go on the mission. Let's go grab the vehicle. Oh man, if that thing impacts on the ground, it's gonna fall apart. But we'll go find the Rumblebee and see if we can pick it up and bring it back to base. Yeah, ooh, it didn't actually reel in. I wonder, are there any notes? How to aim, no controls for it. You just aim with your vessel. Reavers approve of this. Thanks so much for this, but nobody says anything about change network sync. Should work better. All right, we're heading out. We'll give it a try. So we should have impacted on the ground somewhere. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's this yellow little bubble of a cockpit that we had built. So the plan is to pick this up. I've only got about 11 minutes of fuel left. I need to get this thing charging again, but there she is. Now, it's a lot lighter than that engine because it's only the cockpit of a very small interceptor. And I wanted to keep the cockpit in one piece because it was pretty, I think it's kind of a cool design. I can use it for something else. So let's get behind it and then we'll shoot the Harpoon into it. I'm gonna turn the game down real quick as we do this. All right, that sounded like it hit. Now I'm gonna fly very slowly toward it. All right, now, whoa, okay, that was, oh, so I just reeled it in and it did get shorter and I think I have to fly closer to the ship or the item. Now if we back up, I bet it's a very, yeah, there we go, and we're dragging it. So let's drag it off the ground. So what I'm thinking is it might be beneficial to make it so it, I mean, it does work just fine. To have the harpoon on the bottom and have it shoot straight down might be worthwhile. But keeping it, oh, I wonder, could we reel it in? Yeah, see, even if you hit the reel in button, if it's sitting there floating around or flopping around like that, you're gonna have to lay it down and then bring in the slack on it. Seems to be the trick, which is a little silly, I think. Okay, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. I might give it a little bit more slack. I do feel it. Yeah, I definitely feel it as we're flying. But it's working. It's totally working. Oh, now if it keeps doing that, there it goes. I was gonna say, if it keeps doing that, the landing gear would grab on. That's exactly what they did. So I should be able to just detach it now. I'm not going to though. So that's kind of cool. So you could like accelerate and whip it onto your landing gear to lock it in place if you really, really wanted to. I feel like it's still supposed to reel it in though. Like, isn't that the whole point of a harpoon, is to reel something in? I wonder if this is a bug. We'll have to report it to the mod author and see if anything happens. But now that we've gotten it back, I am gonna bring it. Bob is already beginning some repairs. I am gonna bring it into the barn. I don't know if I can actually fit it into the barn. So now, oh man, now I want there to be a door on the top of the barn that I can lower stuff through. That would be perfect, because right now I'm gonna have to just place it. No, that's our missile testing site. We don't want to put it on top of there. I'll just for now place it inside, we'll put it out here. We'll put it out in the front. Now Bob is like, I'm gonna fix that thing because it's beat up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit P, detach those landing gear, let it swing for a minute and let it lose some of that momentum, hopefully. So it doesn't hit the ground too hard. Oops, just tap the ground because we're like slightly sinking from it whipping around. There's about the whole bottom portion of that fighter missing. All right, so now we're just gonna lay it on the ground. Actually, we can lower it on the ground by letting this just wheel out. And it's flopping all over the place. Detach. So, all right. Definitely, like, we need. I'm gonna shoot another thing on it. See if I can flip this over, pull it around a little bit. So let's hit like the window. I think I missed. Yeah, I think I missed. And now I'm out of ammo. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. It burned through all of it, so I guess that's gonna be where it goes. Okay, well, that is how the harpoon works thus far. When I do the big survival salvage mod collection, we will go back into this and see what other cool things we can do with it. And maybe it's been an update by then, in case that the reeling in mechanic isn't working properly and needs to be fixed by the mod author. Maybe it was broken in the last update, but I would say relatively successful test. It might not be as useful as your traditional just using your landing gear to grab onto things, pick them up. That's a bit more stable. But you could have some fun with it, especially with weapons. Like you could use it to, you could do like a wrecking ball. There's an enemy bunker over there. Maybe we'll try that. That could be a lot of fun, actually. You could do it in blast door blocks, so it's super heavy and super dense. 200-300 steel plates, and just fly forward at 100 meters a second and wrecking ball the blast door block into the object. That could be fun. But all right, continuing the salvage concept. The other idea of this would be use it offensively. So enemy drones are coming in, or enemy pirates are coming in like reavers, and reaver them back, fire harpoons at them, and engage them. And this would be a great mod actually for Lucas to look into if he hasn't already, to arm his reavers, which are an NPC mod that I highly recommend if you're doing a lot of space stuff and you want a threat that's out there that's got its own custom AI behaviors. Reavers, amazing. It's like straight up reavers from Firefly. Shooting these harpoons at you could be really scary as they latch on and bring you into the maw of like grinders or something. It'd be epic. All right, everybody, let me know in the comments if you have some suggestions for salvage mods as we continue to test these and build up this mod concept, survival concept. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.